Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Dolphins are top 10.
Larry, we come to you from a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls with an 11th on the way in 2020. Yes, we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. Spinning past him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. As they run the counter play. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And here's a look at the starting offense. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Fuller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Set! Green, 39!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The 13 yards that time and a first.
Head coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now a play, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
And plays like that really play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Surveying the field. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And now the rookie screen. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. The Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They go back to the air here after the INT. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Jags a first down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And this will be taken at the 13. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Miami.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Their big-bodied receiver hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. They'll drop to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So we've got a 2nd and 5. And quickly they get to the line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw now on 1st down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. And he'll bang that one through. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On play action, they'll throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
Single, slide. Here we go. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap is ill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And that's a great example. Ball ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And now out come the Jags. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust them.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
What's that? Now? Oh, we're back. Okay, well, something happened to Larry in the halftime show, I guess. We're ready for the third quarter. Let's go. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he fires one, but incomplete. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Time running out here on the play clock. They're going to try and throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 14 yards there on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
This will be caught at about the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Their dangerous wide receiver. His third touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Fresh set of downs here.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he is into the end zone again, so get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. This fielded at the 2. Oh, what a move. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. How about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
They'll try and throw for it here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it.
And, my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now in Miami, It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. That throw good for 4. It's second down. So a bit of a struggle here in this one after the great week last week. And after the last drive, I looked over. I don't think our camera saw it, but he just kind of went over by himself on the end of the bench. You could just tell visibly frustrated.
And that's probably good that he went by himself to gather his thoughts as opposed to going up and down the sideline, raging a little bit, demanding the football, wanting to know what was going wrong, because that can really cause problems amongst the team. But I like that. Down there by himself, trying to work it out, and I think he'll get in the huddle and say, all right, let's get this thing figured out. Tough going so far, though.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's got time. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
And that is incomplete. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30 to give him 27 yards that time. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. And he is enjoying another fine performance just like a week ago. I mean, let's be honest, when he's playing like this, it creates a lot of matchup nightmares.
And it really does, because it creates a ton of headaches. You try to design so many coverage for a guy like this, but truthfully, he should have an answer to anything that's thrown at him. If you throw a linebacker at him, he should have speed and agility on his side. If you throw a defensive back against him, he should have size on his side. So no matter what you throw at him, he should have the final answer. And in his last 2 games,
yes.
Oh boy, has he ever.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Good throw. Receiver does his job, and it's a 1st down for the offense.
Excellent execution all the way around. Plenty of time for the quarterback and the receiver to work their 1st down magic.
Hang on now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage. But It's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They're going to look to throw, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out, and the Jags grab it. Out comes the Jacksonville. Offense as they get set to take over here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Detroit, 39, Detroit. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They run the counter now on 1st down. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk things over, we'll step aside. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
4 down. All right, here we go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's